Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time of day you listen to us here at Dr. Rob's Spirits and the Supernatural. Say hello to our friends in Las Vegas and also our friends in Indiana who are called into the show this evening. And this evening's show is a special show. We will be doing Past Life Meditation. And so I invite you in the next few moments to find a very comfortable spot. If you're driving in your car or if you're operating heavy machinery, this is probably not the show to tune into at this time. And, of course, you can check us out in the archives when you have the time. And so we do appreciate your understanding as we progress with this past life regression. You know, with past lives, it's really about our soul being eternal. And, you know, with an eternal soul, we kind of have the ability to not only, you know, retain these memories from our souls, you know, from the past, but this is why we do meditations, is to kind of, you know, touch in with the things, you know, from our past lives that may be affecting us in the present. And so I've invited a few neighbors to attend a workshop here here in Cincinnati. And so I have with us this evening Nikki and her brother Matt. They've never really done this before, and so I do appreciate them coming in this evening to participate with us. We also have a dear friend, Backwards Tech Pat, on the line, and so he's also going to be helping us with his impressions of the meditation. So if you'd like to call in after the meditation is over, as long as you're calling in to the live show, you can give us a call here at the office at 310-861. I'm sorry, call-in number 310-861-2343. Once in, the call-in number after the meditation is over is 310-861-2343. Hey, Bill, how's it going this evening?
Oh, it's going great, Dr. Rob. I'm excited about the past life meditation and see what type of past lives our friends here have experienced.
And, you know, as always with these meditations, if you've never done one before, and I'm sure some of our listening audience is in the same boat as our friends here, and it's not about forcing things to come. You know, it's really about just whatever your impressions are at the time. And there's no right or wrong answers. Sometimes you only get one, you know, thing from a past life, one image. You know, we do a lot of imagery, and that's really what it is with the meditation, is you're just using that side of you that can imagine or visualize where you may have been. You know, and a lot of people put a lot of pressure on themselves and say, oh, I needed to get this, this, and this, or they have preconceived notions. And this is not really hypnosis, because I'm not a hypnotherapist. It's more of a meditation. So a lot of people, when they hear about meditation, they think of hypnosis, and it really can frighten a lot of people because of the things they've seen on TV and also in the movies about, you know, hypnotherapists, you know, taking advantage of their clients in many different ways of turning them to chickens. And I've heard every story possible during my workshops, and everyone here is laughing at that comment. So I first step in any meditation is really to relax as much as possible. But in order to relax, as we've all, you know, probably been sitting or working, some of us all day, it's good to stand up now and do a little stretching exercise. So what you want to do is you want to stand up wherever you're sitting. Hopefully it's in a comfortable place and a quiet room, of course. And the more distractions you have, you know, here at the sound studio that we have working, it's pretty quiet down here. So it should be very beneficial to the meditation. And so what you want to do is just pull your arms up above your head, kind of, you know, go from side to side. And, of course, with any limitations you might have, you're aware of those. And so you just want to kind of also now bend over if you can, and as far as you can, and kind of touch your toes or, you know, the ground or whatever you're capable of at this moment. Some of us are in better shape than others. And, you know, just get the kinks out of your body and, you know, kind of just pull the stresses out of your body as well from whatever it is that you might have been thinking about prior to the meditation. So you can now take your seats again. And what you want to do is you just want to concentrate on the sound of my voice. And, you know, if there's any distractions in the room, the TV being on, or, you know, the radio, of course, needs to stay on, but, you know, any other appliances that may be there, small children, dogs, cats, birds, you probably not want to be in the same room with those animals. They tend to go at random, especially birds. And when we do a meditation, my voice seems to agitate them. So if you are a bird lover such as I am, probably not a good idea to be in the room of birds. So now just close your eyes, relax, and relaxation is the most important thing. And so what we're going to start with are 3 deep breaths. So you want to take in the first breath, take it in, hold it, and slowly blow it out, thinking about all the stresses and all the strain that your body's been through today and how relaxed you're going to be in the next few moments. And take in the second breath. And let it out slowly. Also relieving more stress out of your body. And now the third and final breath, all the stress will be gone. Take it in slowly. Let it out very slowly this time. Relaxing your shoulders and your arms and your hands. Okay. As we go through our visualization part of this meditation, we're just going to imagine a very small ball of light above your heads. And as you go through the meditation, this light is going to actually encompass your body or engulf your body and help to take you to your past lives. So as we go through these exercises, we'll be going through them 3 times. And we're going to start at the top of your head and work our way down to the bottom of your feet and relax your body each time more and more and more. The most important thing is to focus on my voice and focus on relaxing and focus on going back to a time and a place that you were before, a time that your soul remembers. Even if you don't remember it consciously, your subconscious will know where to take you. And my hope and prayer for this meditation is that you're able to go back to a past life that must affect this life. One that would definitely give you some information about where to go next with some of the problems that you are individually facing. So as we go through the exercise, we're going to start with a small ball of light above your head. It's very, very calming, very peaceful, very warm, very inviting. Shining down on the top of your head. Feeling just slightly warm. Giving you the opportunity to relax the top of your head. So relaxed and so calm and so peaceful. Slowly working its way down your forehead, down your eyelids, down your nose, your cheeks. Feeling very peaceful, very relaxed. All the tension is gone from your body. Your eyelids are getting heavier, but it's very relaxed and very calm and very peaceful. Slowly working down your cheeks to your mouth, your chin, your neck, back of your skull. Your whole head is so relaxed and so calm and so peaceful. And you feel very happy to be here at the meditation, happy to find where you've been in the past. Slowly working down your shoulders, first your left shoulder, then your right shoulder, making you feel very calm, very peaceful, and very relaxed and very happy. Down the front of your chest, down your back, through your arms, first the left side and then the right, making them feel so warm and so peaceful and so relaxed. As the light extends out over your hands, you can barely feel your fingers. Now slowly down your stomach and your lower back, but feeling so peaceful, so relaxed. Now working its way down your thighs, your vital organs are now calm, peaceful, and very relaxed. Any stomach ailments that you might have been suffering from due to stress are leaving you now, leaving you with just a sense of peace, a sense of happiness in your life. Slowly working down your thighs, your knees, your shins, your calves, your ankles. Feeling warm all over now. And the top and the bottom of your feet, through your toes. Feeling very calm and very peaceful. Forgetting about anything but the sound of my voice. And how happy you're feeling and healthy, both spiritually and physically. And now the light is above your head again, growing even brighter this time, feeling slightly warmer. Not warm enough to burn you, but just warm enough to make you feel comfortable. Almost like being in the Florida sun, enjoying a stay in Fort Lauderdale by the sea. Having that relaxing time at the beach, listening to the waves. Your forehead now is relaxed. The top of your head is relaxed even more than before. Feeling numb. Your whole body is experiencing the height of happiness and bliss. Relaxing your forehead, your eyes even further. Your nose, your cheeks, your mouth. Feeling very peaceful, very relaxed, and very comfortable. Down the back of your head, to the base of your skull. So peaceful and so relaxed. Going down your shoulders, first the left side and then the right. Down your arms. Through your fingers. Relaxing your stomach, in your chest area where your heart is and all your vital organs. Feeling very healthy and very peaceful and very relaxed. And then your left thigh to your right thigh. Down your shins, your calves, your ankles, your feet, your toes. Feeling very peaceful, very calm, and very relaxed. And now the light again above your head is growing even bigger and even brighter. It's almost like the bubble from the Good Witch of the North, the Wizard of Oz. She was able to use that bubble to travel in, and so will you. Traveling in time and space. So as we go through the next series of relaxation, when we finish, we'll be able to travel to our past lives. The bubble is growing bigger around your head. You can smell the sea air. Relaxation of the waves. Now encompassing your shoulders, your chest, bringing deep relaxation and happiness and protection. Down to your elbows, your hands, your thighs, encompassing you in warmth and comfort, the nicest blanket possible. material that you like so well, giving you a sense of peace and comfort that no matter what you encounter in your past, it will not affect you in a negative way. And now the bubble is very much around you, and you're a part of the light now. Feeling very peaceful and very calm and very relaxed. So light that you can float in air. You can float in time and in space. So light now that you can almost feel yourself lifting off to the ground. Slowly ascending into space. Slightly above where you're sitting. Gradually moving through the ceiling above the structure where you're sitting in. Slowly ascending into an area where you can actually look at the town that you live in now. Seeing all the factories and all the buildings and all the people, all the cars, recognizing your house, recognizing where you live, seeing that what a small little place that is compared to the big wide world that's below you. Slowly ascending now into the atmosphere, the clouds, floating in the clouds, feeling very calm, and very peaceful, and very relaxed. Slowly ascending now out of the atmosphere into time, into space, becoming one with the universe, becoming one with the energy, feeling very healthy now, and very calm, and very peaceful. As we orbit the earth, we can see the waters and the continents. As we make our way back to earth, I want you to go to the continent and the country and the city where you lived in the past. Remembering all the details along the way, taking in the sounds, the smells, the feelings that you're having, but keeping a positive outlook no matter what you may encounter. Now we're slowly descending back to earth, to the time and place that you lived before. Slowly descending through the clouds, hovering over the continent where you lived before. To the country, to the city, to the town, the village, touching now back on earth. You see a golden road in front of you. This golden road is going to lead you through this past life, leading you to all the important places that you need to go to in order to discover who you were before. This bubble is going to help you through your journey to keep you safe and protected from all negativity or any emotions that may not be something that you want to deeply experience. You slowly start floating down the pathway, noticing all the scenery, all the buildings, all the people. Recognize all your favorite places, all the places you used to go to when you were there in that past life, in that time, in that space. Taking all the emotions, the smells, the sounds, the structures, anything that might give you a clue as to what time era that it may be that you were living in. Noticing their clothing, noticing all of the things about them speaking to the people that you knew during that past life. Greeting them as old friends and old family. Recognizing them if they lived in this lifetime. Recognizing what relationships you might have had with them in the past as compared to the present. Now you're slowly floating down the path even further. A path that leads to your house or the structure that you lived in when you were in this past life. Notice all the details of the landscaping that surrounds the property. Anything that you might be familiar with, such as favorite flowers that might have been connected to you in this life. Smells. What the structure looked like. What it was made out of. And now, go to the front door, slowly opening the doorway to this structure. Whether that door was there when you were alive in this past life, or whether this is one that you need to create in order to enter. Slowly entering the structure, noticing the insides, noticing all of the furnishings, any pictures, any artwork, any sculptures that may be around this front part of the house. Giving yourself an opportunity to recognize any people that might be in the house as you enter, how they may have greeted you, who they may have been in that past life as well as who they are in this life. Slowly making your way through the structure, into all the rooms, whether it be one or many. Noticing all of your old things, all your favorite things, all the things that you loved in this past life. And now as you make it back to the front part of the structure, you're going to notice a mirror that's on the left side, on the back wall. That mirror wasn't there before, but this is your mirror to see who you were. So slowly make your way up to the mirror. Noticing what you look like. Noticing your hair color, your eye color, the clothing that you're wearing, whether you're male or female. And now as you look to the right next to that mirror, you're going to see a calendar. Whether that calendar existed in that time or not, it's there. It's there to tell you what the year is and the month. Look at the calendar very carefully. It's printed rather bold letters, ones that you can read very easily. And now, to the right, you'll also see a door appear. I want you to walk out that door into the back of the structure that you lived in. Noticing the backyard, all the things that you can remember as far as loving at that time. Making your way back to that golden path. And now slowly move down the golden path. In the distance, you're going to see a cemetery. And this cemetery is where you were buried. your way through the cemetery, you're going to notice all the grave markers and the years and the dates printed on these grave markers. And anyone that you knew at that time who passed away, you're going to also see their grave markers. Slowly making it your way to your grave, where printed on the gravestone is your name and the year that you died. And now, very peacefully and very calmly, think about your death and how you might have passed. Think about how old you were when you passed. And now I want you to make your way back to the front of the cemetery, to that golden path. And be very calm again, retaining all the knowledge that you just learned. Remembering all the sights and the sounds and the smells and the people. Remembering what you look like, who you were before in past life. And now you're floating in time and space again. Back over the city that you lived in, the town, the village. Feeling very peaceful and very calm and very relaxed. And very happy that you had this experience. Slowly ascending back into time and space, through the clouds, through the atmosphere. Ascending back into the part of the universe again, being one with the universe, hearing the messages of the angels. I want you to listen now for what your life's mission is in this life, what it is that you were assigned to accomplish, what it is that you need to finish in order to go to a very peaceful place when it's your time to go to the other side. Listen just for a moment to the message the universe has for you. The most important thing that you're supposed to remember when you come back from this past life experience. And now slowly descending back to earth, back through the clouds, back to the time and place that you were before we started this meditation. Hovering over your house, your chair, ascending back to time and space, ascending back to the present. When I count to 5, you're going to be in your present time, in your present space, feeling very calm and very peaceful and very relaxed. 1, 2, 3, feeling very happy, very relaxed, but much more awake. 4, feeling very aware of your surroundings. And 5, you're back with us. You can open your eyes. Well, I want to thank you for participating in the meditation with us this evening. And after our break, we will be coming back with some reactions from those who have taken part not only live here at the studio, but also at their homes. All right. And we're back from our break. I hope that you were able to gain some insight as to who you might have been in a past life and some of the experiences you might have had. During our break, I had a chance to talk to the participants here, and they did great for their first time. I'm really impressed. I wanted to get some of their reactions during the break, and so I spoke to Matt and Nikki a little bit about what they experienced. So I'm going to start with Nikki, and just kind of tell me, exactly what you were feeling. Everyone does this differently, and there's no right or wrong way to do this. Whether you feel it or see it or sense it, it's really, that's the way you do it. Whenever you go into anything with the metaphysical world, you kind of just have to accept how you get the message. Some people can do all three. Some people can only hear it. Some people can see it. Some people can smell it. Every individual is different. And so, the results that you have, the impressions that you had during the meditation, whether you had 100 impressions or one impression, that's what matters today. And so, Nikki, what were you kind of experiencing during the meditation?
It was more feeling than visual. I didn't have a lot of visual, but I did have a feeling of being back years ago, like cobblestone houses, a lot of anxiety and fear. At one point, I felt like when I got to the house, like I went straight through it to a bedroom and was sitting curled up with a baby doll. And then when you said to leave and to look in the mirror, I couldn't see anything, but I felt like a very strong person, so I didn't understand how I felt both at the same time.
Well, one of the things that can happen during any kind of meditation is you can flash back and forth between two lives. And, at one point, you probably lived in the same house and you were a strong man. And at the other point, you were a young girl who died in a fire. And so as I was describing to you during the break, and that's kind of why you were in that room with the baby doll, kind of just, feeling secure, but yet, you had, yeah, exactly, that fear. I believe that, past life was not exactly one that you would want to remember the details for with abusive situations. And so I think that also has a lot to do with some of the insecurities that you face in this life, and some of the things you've gone through in the past are definitely haunting you. So that's one of the reasons to do these meditations, is to kind of get in touch with some of these emotions and kind of work through them, and it's much more beneficial to have a therapist who's actually helping you with that, just as a general statement for all of my listeners. And, what else did you experience?
I did feel the warmth going down through, and it made me relax more. Other than that was about it. I kind of felt, I don't know, I guess relaxed when you said to come back, but I don't know. I kind of feel something, but I can't tell what it is now.
Okay. Well, hopefully that means that it's good news and that you actually got a lot out of the meditation. And before we get to Matt, do we have, Bill is acting as a producer this evening. Do we have any other callers besides Pat? Okay, so we'll go ahead and get to Matt, and then we'll go to Pat. So Matt and Pat, that'll be that we go through. And so Matt, what kind of experiences did you have?
I'm only visual, basically. I did my best to try to, relax and go through the house and follow your voice as best I could. I could only come up with the house looked to me like a very dark old farmhouse. It was made of wood, but everything was really dark, almost black. And as I went through, I did see a woman when I came inside. She was off to the right by the fire, which there was a fire pit on the right-hand side. I think it was my mom. In the current life I'm in now, but for some reason it wasn't my mom then.
Right. And that happens quite often with past lives, where we have relationships that will kind of change around, where sometimes we're the wife, sometimes we're the mom, sometimes we're the dad, and so that's not an unusual experience.
That's cool. I understand that then. But as I went to the graveyard, two numbers kept popping in my head. One was 1886 and 1889. And the name Stewart, and that's about all I could come up with.
And you came up with a continent or a country, Ireland, during the break. You had mentioned Ireland to me. And as I was sharing with you, those are the years of the potato famine. And, I asked you also how old you thought you were.
Yeah, I think I was in my early to mid-40s. And, I don't know if that's when I died or if that's just the time I was remembering. That's what it seemed like anyway.
Well, I think that's one of the, things about your death was due to disease, cholera, but it was brought on by the starvation and the dead that were around. So that's something that you also have a lot of interest in the medieval. I've been to your house and seen your icons on the walls, and they're awesome. And I think that it just shows your true spiritual side. And so I do appreciate that about you. With Nikki, I was seeing 1600s for you, the early 1600s.
That would be about right. That's what it seems.
Yeah, it was that old, English countryside, little villages, with the knights, and she says the knights.
Yes, like the knights. Yeah, with the time of the knights, the round table. That's what I talked about.
Yeah, maybe we have made Marion in front of us and just didn't know it. And where's Robin Hood and the Merry Men?
I wish I knew.
Well, that's another show for sure. And I think we should hear from Patrick. Backwoods Tech Patrick Welsh, who has a show with us on Saturdays at 10 a.m.
Hello,
are you there with us?
Hello, Dr. Rob, Bill.
Just turn the sound up here in the studio. I'm doing great. I do appreciate you calling in this evening. How was your experience with the meditation?
I tell you, it was going, really well up till right after I got on my, the globe, the transport globe, and I was sitting outside in the yard, and I got smacked upside the head by a bug, which kind of just broke my concentration. So then I went inside the house to try and regain it, but I think I had lost it. But up before that, when I was in the transport globe, I was seeing a lot of, orbular white lights, but as I was getting closer, I could see they had different colors to them. There was some, kind of a light glowing blue, shades of lavender, and they were almost intense bright dots of light, but they were moving. And I remember when we had tried something like this before, that's what I had seen, but I didn't really see the individual colors. So, had I not had my concentration broken, it would have been interesting to maybe see where that led to. I'm going to probably have to pull it out of the archive and try this again on my own, I can tell. But it was interesting.
So Patrick, did you see any faces in these orbs?
No. It was just, it was like I was coming at a distance and coming closer to them. Everything else was black except for the different, lights. But with the different, as I was getting closer, I could see the different shades of colors. And then that's when my concentration was broken. I guess I, fell off the orb.
When you try it again, you definitely want to look for faces because I believe this is angels, and you want to look to see the faces of the angels.
Okay. Yeah,
and
I know. Okay. Yeah, that was what was different this time. Is it was, that's why it was a little frustrating once I got broken out of it because it was getting more clear, and that's the first time I've seen the colors before. So, yeah, that was very interesting.
What were those colors?
Well, there was they were not a dark blue, but kind of like a light, blue, and it was like a shade of a lavender. So it wasn't like a deep purple, but almost, like a lighter shade of a purple, like the lavender color is about the closest I can relate it to. And those were the primary colors I was focusing in on, but there were still some that were just pure bright white.
What you can do, Patrick, is you can go online and Google angel colors, and it will match up with the angels that you've seen.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. I'm going to try this again where hopefully my concentration won't get broken. I know you've had, I know when we were talking in the past, you've done several of these past life regressions, and some of what you had told me was interesting because I remember you didn't even catch some of it that actually fit with some of your current personality traits. Maybe you might want to share with the guest a couple of your past life experiences because since I've known you since childhood, it was very interesting that some of what you described really did just fit certain quirks or different things, even as a child you had. I know, like with fire, you're always fine around it if it's kind of in a controlled situation, but if it starts to drift, like at a campfire, or get outside the boundaries, you used to get a kind of an intense reaction out of it, and we kind of maybe shed some light on why after you went through some of your past life regressions.
Yes, the past life that I had the most trouble with fire, I lived in the Guantanamo Bay area and lived on a plantation, and basically I ended up somehow setting a large portion of a barn or something on fire.
Yeah.
So that does,
and I know
that does relate.
I know.
Relate to fears of fire in this life.
Exactly, because you've had a lot of incidences. Probably some of that's law of attraction related, but I know even when you were visiting out here that one time, when we had it was a surge protector, which is supposed to help prevent fires and lightning storms, just for no reason catch on fire. And I've never had anything like that, even happen out here before. Especially, when you figure I heat with wood and everything, if I was going to expect a fire problem, I would have expected it, originating from the wood stove, not from a self-sufficient power system. So I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah, when I seen flames blow out of the wall, you were very calm about that it wasn't that, big of a deal, that it was just this small little appliance fire,
Right, and your reaction, it was, that's why that was really very interesting with your past lives, or even just the other one that you've always been really big about paying attention to details and wording, and when you read things. And I think in another life you had found that you had been an attorney, which actually fit, because I know when we had were in a business dealing, we had someone actually try and rip us off. A lot of your intuitive knowledge, and we were only about 19 then when we took them to court, really just helped us win the case, and I thought that was real interesting too. And then we kind of found out why maybe you had some more insight on that than you should have had.
Yeah, a lot of our past lives do have to do with our current life today.
Yeah, it's very fascinating, I think.
Well, Patrick, you were telling me in the last time that we did this together, you've had a lot of angelic experiences there on the property, and that could be the reason why you can't get out of your realm. It's just they've been trying to get your attention, and we've talked in the past about this, about you needing to start to write and to start to communicate with the angels more, and kind of give their message to mankind. And I think this is kind of your wake-up call. It's the second time that we did this, and you were at that property, and the only thing you keep seeing are angels. Then maybe that is your focus. It's not really being in the past, but maybe in the present. And so I just want to encourage you to continue with your meditations there with the vortexes and some of the other things that you've been experiencing, and definitely, focus on your writing and focus on getting the word out to the rest of us. You have a very special calling, and it's going to be quite evident over the next few months, what's going to come next for you. And so I think that's really what the message is for you, is to focus on what's going on in front of you. You have a lot of good energy about you, and, you're very perceptive, but it's time for them to, give you the message so that you can give it to the rest of us. And you tend to do a lot of research anyway, and this is perfect for you, Patrick. And so I just want to keep encouraging you to fulfill your destiny. You have a lot to give to mankind, and, you may not think that sometimes, those that are called to do great things don't realize they're called to do those great things until after it's done, and then we recognize 100 years later how great of a impact they've made on society. And so it's not really for fame and fortune today, but really, just helping mankind make that, transition. I know you were listening to the 2012 show last night, and one of the things that we were short on time in mentioning was the Mayans, the current Mayans, the living Mayans, really believe in that transition of energy more than they believe in, the destruction of society. And so, you probably will be one of those who will give a heralding message to us to try to help us to adjust to all these changes that are coming. So, Patrick, you're a great guy, and we look forward to hearing your show on Saturday at 10 a.m. here on Dr. Rob's show, Dr. Rob's Spirits and the Supernatural.
And one last thing, Patrick, with this message that you get, do you believe you've never had a life here on Earth before?
That's what it almost keeps seeming, because, really, when I think about it, I've never really had any fear or quirks of anything. It's always been pretty new. Nothing ever really seems familiar. And, I've seen other people around my age that, or even like I noticed you always had, certain things that just was familiar to you. So it almost makes you wonder, And I think at one point years ago when I wasn't as in tune to it, somebody gave me a psychic reading and they had told me something to that effect that I hadn't really been here before. You know, doesn't mean I wasn't somewhere else. I wasn't here.
That was before you met me. I said that was before you met me.
Right. Yes. That was about 20 years ago.
I know, right? So I think now, just focus on, like I said, focusing on bringing the message forward, and I think that's going to be the most important thing for this year. Okay? Thanks again for calling in. We'll stay tuned for your show on Saturday at 10 a.m.
Hi there, this is Leif Wellington. For those of you who don't already know me, I'm the author of Are We the Next Dinosaurs? Also the editor of One Earth Magazine and Senior Vice President of Organics Unlimited, a company I'd like to share with you right now. Organics Unlimited is one of the largest organic producers in Tucson, Arizona, is now offering tree leaves as its featured product of the month. Despite recent shortages of tree leaves, Organics Unlimited has just harvested the largest supply of tree leaves and want to pass the savings on to you. For the month of May, we are offering 5-pound bags of tree leaves for only $199.95. That's a $500 value. But wait, if you order today, we'll even give you a free 1-pound bag of sticks and stems. That is a $149 value. Order today, free shipping to your home or office overnight.
And I want to welcome you back from our break and just say thank you so much for participating this evening. Guided meditation into the past lives. And if you'd like right at the show, you can go on to our friends page and you can send us a message on how you enjoyed it and what you got out of it. And I'm sure that we'll have another show in the near future to have some of the listeners respond back. I know a lot of people were very in tuned with us this evening. And so once again, whether you listen to us in the morning, the afternoon, or the evening, have a great day.